السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. Welcome to day 16 here at SALAM Center in Sacramento for the Tafseer of Surah Yasin. Please make sure to turn in every single day at 5:30 p.m. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase and accept your acts of worship this Ramadan. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He discusses and proves that the Quran is not poetry, the Prophet ﷺ did not make it up, and that anyone who thinks this essentially is not using their intellect. It is so clear. So then he returns it now to focusing on the blessings again. He says, أَوَلَمْ يَرَوْا أَنَّا خَلَقْنَا لَهُم مِّمَّا عَمِلَتْ أَيْدِينَا أَنْعَامًا فَهُمْ لَهَا مَالِكُونَ. Do they not see that we have created for them from what our own hands have done? An'aman, livestock, cattle, فَهُمْ لَهَا مَالِكُونَ, and they own it. Right? They are owners of it. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, look at what we gave them. And He uses this metaphor. It's a metaphor that says from what our own hands have done, to show that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was the only one in charge. He's the only one who created it, and it came from Him. You didn't get your cattle, your animals from anyone else but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He placed them here on this earth for you to benefit from. And without them, how difficult life would be. Without livestock, how hard it would be for transportation, for sustenance, right? For provision, for trade, for every thing that the post class the late and previous generations, right, and still now, right, people rely on. I mean, nowadays we completely rely on cattle farms, and they are a huge part of our societies and our economy and our agriculture. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He's placed all of His livestock in this world for us to benefit from. And He did it with His own, figuratively, hands, subhanahu wa ta'ala. He did it by Himself, completely for us, and completely for our benefit, to the point that we own them, that we feel that we're in charge of them, right? That we take care of them, although they're Allah's creation, they're not ours. وَذَلَّلْنَاهَا لَهُمْ, and we have lowered them, right, and made them weak for them. فَمِنْهَا رَكُوبُهُمْ, they are controllable, they can be tamed. We've tamed them for them. So if all of the animals were untamable, right, how would we benefit from them? How would we use them? So Allah has also, from His blessings and mercy, made them tameable. He's tamed them from us. He's made them easy to control. فَمِنْهَا رَكُوبُهُمْ, so from them, some of them you ride, right? You use as to ride, and of others you eat from them, right? So you benefit them by riding on them, transportation, and to eat from them. وَلَهُمْ فِيهَا مَنَافِعُ وَمَشَارِبُ, and from them, right? And they also have many other benefits. There are many other benefits that we gain from the different animals. وَمَشَارِبُ, and drink, right? The milk. أَفَلَا يَشْكُرُونَ, will they not be grateful? Will they not be grateful and see the blessings Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent them? Will they not reflect? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there are some who they see what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given them. They see the blessings Allah has put in their life, and they turn to Allah and they thank Allah and they act accordingly. They follow what Allah has commanded, they avoid what He's prohibited, and they enter into paradise because they recognize the blessings Allah has given them, the favor of Allah upon them. And they witness this first. And there are others who they don't witness it, they don't see it, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He still pulls them along. He still pulls them along to paradise, right? So they still believe in Allah, but they don't act upon it, and they are tried again and again and again with tribulation to purify their sins. This is why the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he says, عَجِبَ رَبُّكَ مِنْ قَوْمٍ يُسَاقُونَ إِلَى الْجَنَّةِ بِالسَّلَاسِلِ. Your Lord is amazed at a people who are pulled, right, dragged to paradise with chains, i.e., Allah wants them to enter paradise, but they will not be grateful. They won't witness Allah's mercy on them. They won't act upon it. They won't thank Allah. They won't worship Allah. They won't do anything they're asked. But Allah wants them to be in paradise, so He tests them, and He purifies them with tribulation and tribulation and tribulation, until He purifies them enough that He enters them into paradise, because He wants them to enter paradise. Subhanallah, right? So we want to be of those who witness Allah's favor upon us and then act accordingly. And this is just one blessing, right? This is just one of those blessings that we can think about, the livestock that we all benefit from, that is worthy of our complete devotion to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for. So, and then there are others who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has, He doesn't want them to believe. No matter what they do, they will not believe, right? No matter how hard you warn them, they will not believe. And there are others who they actively push themselves away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They actively do, worship other than Allah. They actively harm other people and ruin other people and cause corruption in the land, right? These are the worst of people, right? Who are not even trying to get close to Allah, want nothing to do with Him subhanahu wa ta'ala, and who Allah has doomed and destined that they will never, right, be removed from their darkness and will enter into hellfire. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect us and to allow us to witness these blessings that are everywhere around us, So, the practice here in Ramadan is to really think about the blessings Allah has given us and reflect on it and use that as a method to turn us to Him and increase our worship towards Him, subhanahu wa ta'ala, of Him. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين.